Alrighty, morning everyone. So, second part of our massive transformer and electric motor and switchgear and whatever breakdown. Last video, that was, well, about this topic, we made approximately 27 kilos of copper worth almost 180 bucks. So yeah, in this video, I hope we are going to make a very similar amount, and we are also going to go to the scrapyard and check how much we are actually going to get paid for all this stuff. So stay tuned, I think it's going to be extremely interesting. We are going to start by scrapping all these stators down. I'm going to show you my process, how I do that. And I'm also going to do, in the next couple of days, I'm going to do another video where I show you how you can scrap down these stators and electric motors without any power tools whatsoever. So just with some hand tools that you can probably buy for like 15 bucks in your next hardware store. I think that's going to be very interesting as well. We're not going to do it this way today. We're going to do it the easy way, the power tool way. And I'm going to use my air compressor and my air hammer that is laying somewhere over there connected to this orange pipe thingy. And yeah, I hope we're going to get some decent copper out of those. Probably not like a whole extreme chunk, but I have some very, very interesting stuff planned for the next couple of videos. So I hope you stay tuned. I hope you enjoy, and let's get right into time lapse. Okay, so I feel like I need to explain a little bit what I'm doing right there. You see, this stator was very bent up. These stators are being thrown around basically all day by the person I buy them from. And this one was so bent up that I couldn't get my air chisel in between the copper windings, so I ended up taking the thing out of there and having to straighten up basically the steel part of this stator. That took a little bit of time, but it's not too bad, and you can like easily do that with a hammer with like this pointy end on it. It's not really that big of a deal, and it works pretty well. So if you've got trouble with something like that, just do that. It goes pretty quickly, and then you can just continue doing that. So what I'm generally doing here is I'm cutting one end of the stator. Why am I doing that? Well, because you're gonna see that in the next time lapse. I have to pull out the other end with a little metal tool that I have made that you can actually see on the right side of the screen right now, but there's a lot laying around there, and you're probably not gonna know what tool I mean. But you're gonna see that in just a minute, and with that tool I'm gonna plan on pulling out all the copper windings from the other side. I've been doing that for years now. It works pretty well, not on all the stators, and you're gonna see that as well, and I'm gonna talk about that a little bit as well. But it worked pretty well this time, because these stators aren't very big, and it obviously works better on smaller stators because there's less friction. And if you're pulling something out of something that is very tight, you obviously want as low friction as possible, because otherwise it's going to be very hard. So yeah, that's what I quickly wanted to explain, and now we just continue with the time lapse. Okay, so I'm also going to explain what I'm doing here because I think it's a little bit confusing to some people who have never seen that before. So what I'm basically doing is I'm using this bent up wrench. It's a very old wrench that I just forged into a certain shape, and it fits in between the windings of the copper stator, and I put it in between those windings and I basically just hit it with a hammer and it pulls them out. It's a very simple way of doing it. It's actually, this is the most common way that people in third world countries do it, and it works so extremely well that I adapted it for myself. So look at that, awesome, right? And it works on most small stators. On this one, as you saw, I just put that away because this one did definitely not work. Some of them are very glued in there and very, very tight, and so you can't really use this method for every stator, but I would say it works for about 85% of small stators and maybe 50% of bigger stators, and that's good enough for me because the alternative would be way more expensive. Or I would have to weld something together and fabricate something, and I don't really have time for that at the moment. So this is the best option for me, and I think it works really well. Okay, so that was a very long time lapse again. But I think you were able to really see how I do these stators. It's a very easy process, and the stators we just did, I think it took me like 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes, something around that. And that's decent. Yeah, that's really decent. And I think we can all say that that was definitely worth it. I've got the copper in there, and we've got the steel over there. That bucket already had 5 kilos of copper in it, so we have to subtract that from whatever we get. And then we're gonna weigh the steel, and then we'll see how much copper there is on stators percentage-wise. So I think that's actually gonna be very, very interesting. And I think it's gonna be approximately like 30 to 35%, but we're gonna see now, and then we're going to check how much money we actually made off of that. So yeah, let's go ahead and weigh it, and then we are going to go ahead and calculate out the exact percentages. So here we go. Okay, so as you hopefully saw right there, we had 9.5 kilos in this bucket, which means after we subtract like approximately 500 grams or approximately 1 pound for the bucket itself, and we'll do that every time, also with the steel bucket, that comes out to 9 kilos or like probably 20 pounds. And 4 kilos or probably like 10 pounds of that was the new copper that we added. And then we had 7.5 kilos in this orange bucket. And obviously we also have to subtract like 1 pound from that for the bucket. And then we end up with like, I think probably 15 pounds of steel. And that comes out to a percentage of 57% copper. That's actually like really, really good. I did really not expect that. However, we have to take into account I was not able to strip one of these motors, and so half of the copper spool is still in there, so it's probably approximately 50% of copper that you can probably take into calculation usually. So that's still like really good. 50%, that's really, really nice. It's not as nice as some of the like bigger transformers that you've seen in the last couple of videos, but that is definitely really, really good. And I would definitely say that everyone can pay a decent amount of money for that kind of stuff. So that's really, really nice. I'm very happy with that. So now really all that's left to do is sell this stuff, and we are going to go to Scrapyard tomorrow, and then we'll sell everything that we've got here. We'll sell steel, we'll sell aluminum, we'll sell obviously copper. I mean, that's kind of a given. I don't think I'm gonna sell brass because I don't have collected a lot of it now, but we are gonna sell a lot of stuff, and we'll just see how much money we can make from this. So yeah, I'm not gonna include the bigger switchgear thingies because I want to do a special video about those, because I actually figured out that they are absolutely amazing. So that's gonna be really, really cool. Stay tuned for that. That's gonna be one heck of an awesome video. So I hope you look forward to that, and yeah,
The video's not over, no, not even close. We're still going to the scrapyard, we're still getting paid, and then we'll see how much money we actually made. So let's go ahead and do that.
Alrighty, morning everybody. So, we are back from the scrapyard. We got some really good prices today. I am very happy with the prices we got. I don't even know why I got this good prices, but well, I'm gonna take it, I guess. So, as you saw in the video, we had quite a lot of copper this time, and it came out to a total of 52 kilos just from what I sold here. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that in a little bit. It's going to be very interesting. I've got some very interesting stuff coming, so stay tuned for that. But we are just going to go over what I sold here and this percentage thingy of the stuff that we bought that day. So we had 52 kilos of number 2 copper. That should be like approximately 115 to 120 pounds, I think. Something around that, hopefully. Maybe I'm a bit off by that, but you know, I hope I'm close. So we got €6 and 20 cents a kilo. So that's probably like... let's just say $3.50 a pound, approximately, something around that. And yeah, we got 322 euros for that, or like 350, 360, something like that in dollars. Hopefully, as I said, I don't know for sure, but just an estimate. I don't have the exact dollar to euro ratio in my head, but like something to just give you an idea. Then we had aluminum. That is just cast aluminum. They only really buy cast aluminum. As I said, they have some odd kind of prices where you only can sell like dirty brass and also like cast aluminum. It can have a bit of iron and screws on it. They don't mind that terribly much, but obviously not a lot. We had 6 kilos of that, or like 15 pounds approximately. We got 80 cents a kilo, so that would be like maybe 50 cents a pound, something like that. And we got €4 and 80 cents, or maybe approximately $5.50 to 60 cents, something around that. I hope I'm correct in that. As I said, don't quote me. And the last thing we had was scrap steel. Just your normal, usual scrap steel, nothing too fancy. We got 110 kilos, or like what, 230, 40 pounds, something like that. And we got 18 cents a kilo, or like approximately, let's see, I would say 11 to 12 cents a pound. So that gives us another €20, or maybe like $25. So that's pretty good as well. And that gave us a total of 347 euros, or maybe approximately $370, $380 for 2 days of work, maybe 2.5 days if you count in the time of me buying and selling it again. I think that's pretty good. These were not full work days. You know, in total, I might have worked on all that, including selling and buying it, maybe 12 hours. So I think that's very decent. Yeah, I'm very happy with that, and it's certainly worth a lot more than the kind of micro scrapping stuff I usually do videos about. But you obviously also know that I don't do micro scrapping for a living. I mean, that's obvious. But yeah, so this is the kind of stuff I usually do. I get this maybe once a week, maybe twice a week if I'm lucky, and it's not always this good, but this was a really good one. Of course, we didn't sell everything. I talked about that before. I've got some stuff that I did not do, and you saw that in the video because you saw basically everything I did in the video. We didn't do the big switch gear, so we have 3 big switch gears, which one of them I took apart halfway, and I already got like almost 5 kilos of silver-plated copper. We've got another one of those. I'm gonna do another video about those. Absolutely crazy, so stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss that. That is absolutely insane. I've never had copper recovery that good. On something that is not a transformer, that's just unscrewable. You saw it in the last video, but like absolutely insane. We still have this very big piece of wire that we didn't strip yet. We're gonna do that, and I've got this a little bit different looking switch gear that we are still gonna do. I've got a pump motor, a normal appliance motor that I want to calculate the copper percentage of. I'm gonna do a video about that as well. So I sold maybe 2/3 of the stuff that I had. So we are gonna get at least another like 20 kilos of copper. out of the stuff I've still got laying around. So you do the math on that, what we actually made from the $100 we put into that. I think we can be more than happy with all that. And just so that I'm not kidding you, there is exactly 345 and 47 euros in cash. So yeah, that was pretty successful, I would say. And I really hope that we are going to get some more jobs like that, because yeah, that was really cool. And I think you enjoyed it as well. I had a lot of fun filming the videos. You know, my videos are a lot of work. I put a lot of work into them, and yeah, I hope that at least someone likes them. And so yeah, if you wouldn't mind, give this video like a rating with like a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I would really like that. That would be a really cool thing. And also, if you've got any questions, anything, or just want to say hi, write it in the comments below. I'd be very happy to answer that as well. As always, I'm gonna answer all the comments, so write in there whatever you might want to do. And also, yeah, subscribe to the channel, because that way we can get more subscribers, and that's a cool thing because everyone wants that, and so I'm gonna want that from now on too. So yeah, go ahead, please do that. It's free though, you know, you don't have to pay anything for that. It's completely free, and yeah, that's about it. So do that, and thank you very, very much for watching, and until next time.